late December, the governor did announce that bowling alleys are going to be allowed to be one of the businesses to reopen. But since then, it's not business as usual because there are restrictions. Bo, how are things going right now?
Not very good at all, actually. The restrictions are so severe. I would say that half of our members didn't even open up their doors. With those restrictions, it actually costs more money to open up, turn on your lights and turn your heat on than it is for the amount of income that we could possibly get.
And so I think the general public hears the words allowed to reopen, but they're not thinking about all the things that it takes behind the scenes to turn on that open sign.
That would be correct. We're hearing reports of those operators that are open, having guests come in without the knowledge of what those restrictions are and get very frustrated and have to turn around and leave because they can't bowl together based on the MDHHS orders.
So where do things stand right now? Because I know the biggest thing with some of the bowling alleys had to do with the bowling leagues. So are the leagues allowed to operate?
Well, that's a great point, Ronnie. The problem there is there's not actually stated in the orders that we can't have leagues. But if you go line by line item, a lot of folks have interpreted that the only people that can bowl on a given lane can only come from the same household. Now, the unique situation that we have in Michigan that happened through the first shutdown, that's happening again, is the vagueness of these orders and the interpretations. And what we're finding is there are health inspectors in different counties that are reacting or interpreting those orders differently. So I'm here in Midland County with my 24 lane center, and I have a bowling center that's located in Bay County, but still within Midland city limits, our competitors. And our two different health inspectors could interpret those orders differently, where one could operate far different than the other and have an advantage or disadvantage, however you want to look at it.
Right, because we know that they were allowed to reopen, but without concessions. But there's, the difference in there. And I do apologize because we're running late, but we'll have you on the show again pretty soon. So we have about a minute left. What do you want the general public to know about what's going on with your industry right now? Is it going to survive?
Yes, at the end of the day, it'll survive as long as that we get open here very shortly. And I'm optimistic with the vaccines that are available. So this 8 month shutdown that we had the first time around isn't going to happen again to that area. If with the state funding and the federal funding that seems to be coming down the pipeline here shortly, I think most of our operators can get through this time until the vaccine's out there. The biggest hurdle that we have moving forward is consumer confidence. And if we can get the messaging from our media folks to be a little bit more optimistic that it's safe to go out and play and get back to normal, then we will survive. If they continue to do the fear mongering, it's going to be a tough road to haul.
Well, let's hope that they all do survive. Again, my deepest apologies for running late on the show, but we do know that the radio stations do tune off at the top of the hour. So we want to say thank you to 89.3 WBLD Orchard Lake, 88.1 WBFH Bloomfield Hills. And again, Bo, we do appreciate your time. He's with the Associations of Michigan's bowling centers. So thank you for being with us. We hope to have you on again